Yeah, we'd like to. Welcome to this evening's meeting of the Planning Development and Licensing Committee. I would like to advise everyone present that if you hear a long continuous siren, this is the fire alarm. Please don't pack up your belongings. You should leave the building through the nearest and safest exit, by the back of the office, through the police stairwell. If the route is blocked, you should exit the building through the main marble staircase. When exiting the building, proceed up the ramp and turn right. All attendees should congregate at the rear of the top car park, where a register will be taken. Wait until you are told it's safe to re-enter the building. If you're a councillor, we have added you to the register. If you're a visitor and you have not signed the register, please do so now. Additionally, whilst the fire alarm is sounding, do not use the lift to exit the building. Can I please remind everyone to put your mobile phones on silent mode and put your phone away for the duration of the meeting, thereby avoiding interference with your iPad or microphone. The meeting will be recorded and live streamed on YouTube, and therefore, when speaking, please remember to speak clearly. As the chair of the meeting, I have the discretion to terminate and suspend the recording and live streaming if, in my opinion, continues to do so would be prejudiced with the proceeding of the meeting. Recording and live streaming of confidential items will also not take place. So alert me, as chair of the meeting, that would like to speak, please raise your hand and wait for me to call upon you before speaking. Please remember, if you leave for the meeting for any reason, you will not be able to take part in the vote on that item that is being discussed at that time. Members of the public will be able to view the live stream of the meeting via YouTube. Please, it's a bit of a message. Please can I request that when speaking, you make your points as succinct as possible to allow for smooth running of the meeting. Can I also take the opportunity to remind you to be polite and treat each other with respect at all times? Thank you. Okay. Perfect. Okie dokie. So the first thing will be public speaking. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any public speakers here this evening? No. Okie dokie. Right. We're going to go to apologies. Is there any apologies in the room? So I think Judy Stainthorpe's given apologies. And that is it.
That's what I've received, Chair.
Yeah, okay, no worries, that's fine. The next item is declaration of interest. Has anybody got any interest to declare? No. Oh yeah, so on the last licensing application, which is number MA-58935, the 2K Theatre is where Liberal Democrats meet once a month to just chat about things. So yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to declare. Anybody else? Councillor Isaac.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'd just like to comment as well, there's a lot of other groups who do use the facilities at 2K, and they are widely used by a variety of different groups, not just our meeting point or place, if you like.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Do we have a vote for that? The next thing is the minutes, is to approve and sign the minutes of the last meeting held on the 19th of December. Is everybody happy with the minutes? Marcus?
Thank you, Chair. Just to say that the item that's recorded in the minutes in the Goodlands Garden Bridge, as you would be aware, just for the record, it went full council earlier this month and was approved in principle to proceed. So that the council have accepted the recommendation of this committee.
Great. Thank you very much. So could I get a proposal, please? Councillor Isaac, could I get a seconder? Councillor Furman? Should we go to the vote? That's carried. Thank you very much. The forward plan, members to note the planning development and licensing forwarding plan. Has anybody got any things to add?
Evening.
Sorry, mate.
So we're currently on the forward plan. Members to know the planning development and licensing forward plan. Has anybody got any comments on this going forward? Yeah. So could I get a proposer? That you're happy with this? Councillor Furman, could I get a second, please? Councillor Isaac, can you go to the vote, please? Thank you. That's carried. The next, we'll go to the public, only we haven't got public speaker. So the next item is community infrastructure levy update. Members to know the current committed spend on the community infrastructure levy. Would you like to talk about that, Marcus?
Yeah, I can do, Chair. Thank you. So yeah, the current balance on the civil reserve was requested by you to be a standing item to report to every planning committee. There was a item on Tuesday's Finance and Governance Committee, which was approved, but it will need to go to full council, I believe, requesting £10,000 for to work in partnership with Bishop's Hole Parish Council to reduce the speed limit along the A38 there, running from the Orchard Grove roundabout down to the Silk Mills roundabout. So that would obviously be another 10,000 to commit. And then obviously the discussion of the Goodland Gardens Bridge item at full council earlier this month suggested that that should be funded via SIL money, and then the SIL money should be replenished with a community infrastructure pot. So just to make you aware that the large commitment there that the bridge is expected to cost between up to around £350,000. Obviously, but until we go to full tender, we won't know the ultimate cost, but obviously that'll be brought back to council as in due course. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Councillor Isaac.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Just a couple of points really. Councillor Tozer's messaging, if we're shortly would come, would somebody message him back saying we're fine now?
No, I'm just doing it now. Sorry, that's why I'm on my phone. Apologies.
The other thing, I'd like to thank the officers, although we're out of kilter a little bit, and for the follow up to the Somerset Council on the phosphate issue, chasing that letter. So you know that we've not don't want to let that one drop. It's not on the agenda. I just thought I'd mention that. So, that's very good, Marcus. If we could push that, that would be really helpful. Thank you.
Right, the next thing is verbal update on the stewardship.
Yeah, maybe vote to no.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no worries. So we'll vote for the community infrastructure levy update. Councillor Furman, yeah, great. Could I get a seconder, please? Councillor Isaac, can you go to the vote, please? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you very much. The next thing is stewardship, verbal update. To consider any update on the previous request for further information sought on matters related to the SUDs and costs. Yeah, Caroline, then Marcus.
Thank you, Chair. I know that Councillor Stainthorpe has requested further information, so I've sent a couple of emails this week about this matter. I haven't had an update yet from the developer. Obviously, at the last committee meeting, I provided an update and some slides on the work of the stewardship working group. I have had since a meeting yesterday with the senior risk advisor at Somerset Council for Flood and Water Management, and she sent across some useful information, including about these people called SUDS inspectors that they're funded by the SRA, who go out and look to make sure that they're correctly constructed. She said they have been out to the Orchard Grove site, and I believe we can, or there's possibility that for a revisit. But in terms of the SUDS on that site, there should be a maintenance and management plan that the developer would have had to submit. That's something I'll obviously seek to obtain for the committee, and which should help us reassure us if that was something that the council was particularly minded to look at how that was managed going forward in terms of the longer term future of that site. So obviously talking about mancos and hybrid mancos and adoption and things like that. So we're just trying to get as much information as possible yeah, the senior risk advisor, she's obviously very knowledgeable about things, day-to-day job. It was really useful to be able to put questions to that person. I'm sure she'd be willing to engage with the wider stewardship working group. I know we tried to get her to come to one or two of our meetings, but the dates didn't quite work. So that was really positive. And yes, I think in terms of the costs, I was able to find some things online. But it's a range of different figures. We as a council, obviously, building our own open spaces team to be stood up on the 1st of April. And the candidate that we've offered to for the lead role has 30 years experience leading building open spaces teams of councils, so I'm sure he will have a knowledge and experience of working with basins. So I plan to pick his brain when he starts with us in February, fairly soon. So say happy to take any questions or take them away for Amy if anyone has any. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marcus. We'll go to Councillor Lester.
Yeah, all I was going to say, Marcus, thanks for all your investigative work, but I think it's all about confidence from my point of view on the stewardship team. We want to make sure that we're not setting ourselves up for buying off more than we can chew, or with a full view of what's actually required of us and so on. So I think, yeah, I think carry on doing what you're doing at the moment to just effectively get as much information together as we can. So next time we meet as a stewardship group, maybe we can start to make steps forward in terms of making decisions to bring back to full council or whatever. So thanks.
Nice. Is there any more comments on this? No? Okay. Great. Thank you very much, Marcus. Right, we are going to. Do you want to?
No.
Yeah. We'll note the update as well. So could I get a proposal on that, please? Councillor Furman, could I get a seconder? Councillor Lester, could we go to the vote, please? Yeah, that's carried. Okay. Next item on the agenda is to comment on planning applications received from the local planning authority. So what we've done, we've actually brought one of the items forward, which is number 7.9, which is 38-24-0371 forward, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the meeting. Obviously, we won't have to talk about this one later on in the meeting. 38-24-0371. You can actually bring it back to its good age. I think it's, you know, my morals on that has probably not changed much at all. And actually looking at what is, you know, what's been brought forward for today, and we've looked over, I haven't got any issues at all on this application. Also, what from memory, you were improving just the safety aspect onto the main road as well. So that was a massive positive point. But overall, you know, the house, I think a house of that size and that age, for it to be falling into pieces of what it is, I really respect anybody taking on this. Have I got any comments from anybody else? Councillor Furman?
Yes, I just like to say, looking from the designs, I think it does keep in tune with the sort of the original design, the original look, and I think it's a very good application, and I would want to see it go forward.
Yeah, and I echo what you've just said. You know, it keeps its you know, original kind of aspects of the property. You know, going for all of the windows. You know, the re-roof and the finish just, yeah, in 100% in keeping. So, in my views, haven't changed. Has anybody else got any comments? I think echoing back what happened in November, and I kind of get the feel the same as today about supporting this application again. Could I get a proposal on that? Councillor Furman?
I'll propose.
Yeah, the proposer. Could I get a seconder? Councillor Lester, should go to the vote. Support. Yeah, that's carried. Thank you very much. Thank you. And so we will resume back on to the yeah, if you'd like to leave, you're more than welcome.
Thank you very much.
Carrying the agenda now. That's one, which is 38-24-0397, which is an erection of a part single story and part 2-story extension to the side and the rear of 6 Penny Road, Dalton.
No,
The,
on
the disabled one.
Okay. So if we are currently at the existing west, if we look at the proposed west elevation, then move on up, Councillor Teller. And the existing. Yeah. So from my notes on this application, I actually think what a great difference the west elevation is actually going to be towards. They're both. I think they're both the proposed markers. You go on the existing west elevation. Sorry.
Nice. I think they've uploaded the wrong.
If you go down,
Oh.
if you keep going down, 4 down. Existing west elevation.
Yeah.
All right. So I think in memory, I think that's a garage on the left-hand side. If we look at the existing, and what we're kind of doing is turning. It's kind of a wraparound extension, and obviously building up a second story on the back. But I actually think it looks. I think it actually complements the size of the property. It's quite a large house anyway, and I think from the roadside, if you were to look at the opposite, which would be the east elevation, there's not actually much difference from the main road. It's more on the back of a change. Also, could we have a look at the two difference of the existing and the proposed floor plan? Great. Is there any comments on this?
How will it become? How many bedrooms?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
First floor, ground floor.
If we do ground floor first, then we'll go first floor. The left-hand side, they built that on the second story.
Those.
Yeah. So you'll see in a minute how this opens up from the back. So if you go back and propose. Yeah, it's all opened up at the back. So yeah, I think the quality of living would be a lot better if we go back on the. Sorry, to be a pain. If you look on the first floor plan as well. So
Those.
we're gaining an extra bedroom plus ensuite, or that bedroom might actually only be a rather tiny bedroom. Yeah, so another bedroom, just turning some 3-bed to an actual quite a large 4-bed. Also matching all the original features I actually really like the design. Is there any comments? Are we happy with this application? Yeah. Okay, so could I get a proposer to support? Councillor Lester, could I get a seconder? Councillor Valley, could we go to the left? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you very much. The next item is 38-25-0011, which is demolition of, is that correct?
Big on to 10.
That thing where it goes out of order. Straight to 10. 7.10.
Oh, which one?
No.
Oh god, I'll be cool.
7.2 is now.
Completely different.
So yeah,
Oh, no, there we go.
yeah, we'll go 7.2. We'll go up through the numbers now. So the 38-24-0411, which is replacement of building for retail sales with service, repairs and sales vehicles with associated accessories, servicing and MOT's testing centre, use class B2 SUI generalist and associated works at Taunton Motor Company, Priory Bridge Road, Taunton. Next one. Okay. Have we got any comments on this, Councillor Isaac?
Thank you, Chair. I think this would be an excellent change of how it is. It's been empty so long as the old Volvo garage then it's Ridge Road there. And you know, they're just getting all down through there, don't they? I think this looks very well planned and I've got no objections to that at all.
I have to agree. Yeah, 100%. I think the plans, I think they're kind of idea of the business running. I haven't got any issues at all. We've got any more comments? No? Okay, so getting a field to support this application. Could I get a proposer, please? Councillor Isaacs. Could I get a seconder? Councillor Lester. Could we go to the vote, please? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you. Marcus?
Yeah, can I just say that one? It's really appreciated that the agent acting for the applicant contacted us and sent through the details in an email. Right, that's very much appreciated. So we don't always get that from agents. So that's positive.
Yeah, I like that going forward, actually. Okay, the next item, 7.3, which is 38-25-0001. Erection of a single story extension to the rear of 11 William Philip Taunton.
Sorry. That snuck up on me a bit.
So, existing plans and elevations. So is that the existing? Is it? My notes on this was I've got kind of a similar set of things my house, and that's kind of like bought the property where you go through, I guess it's a Victorian house, you go all the way to the end, and where kind of the back extension finishes, there's like a metre or 2 meters extension to the back on the ground floor, and it just a Velux in there. Or 2 Veluxes, just as a benefit of kind of putting either sink or washing machines and stuff like that, and that extra space makes all the difference. And I think that is what they're. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to achieve at the moment. So that's proposed at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So if we go on existing now, sorry. Yeah. So they're just building out on that last section. I haven't got any issues on this, and also. These houses can be very, very dark because they're long. So having any more natural light to benefit the back of the house, that I think it's a great idea. We got any comments on this? No? Okay. So to support this application, could I get a proposer? Councillor Tully, can I get a seconder? Councillor Furman, can we go to the vote, please? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you. The next item is change of use, 38-25-0006, which is change of use from a Class E offices to a Class C3 dwelling house at 33 Staple Grove Road, Taunton.
Don't need to head off now.
No worries, mate. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you. Yeah, I think so. Existing proposed plans.
That's opposite the King's Arms, isn't it?
Yeah. That's one of the old Jordan houses.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
it was always a house before, so why wouldn't it be a house again?
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense to me.
On the existing building, I think the only notes I've put, I think it'd be great is putting lovely house back to residential. Putting the walls back up to give it its original layout. I didn't see any issues at all. If you have a look on the bedroom on the top floor, they pulled the wall down where the office, and they've actually put that back to resume being back to a bedroom again. So I thought, yeah, kind of made sense. Yeah, I don't see any issues with this. I actually think the more of these Georgian houses go back to residential,
Yeah.
the better.
Is there any parking at the rear of it? Because I know obviously they face the road. And Georgians didn't have cars, so I'm assuming there isn't actually.
Actually, from memory, I think there is a loop parking area around the back.
Yeah, I think you can get. Yeah.
Here, I think it's there's a road to the right hand side there, and I think it loops round, or there's an actual drive that goes around the back of the mall.
Okay. No, what doesn't change my opinion. I think it's still a great idea. It's just I would just
Public car park opposite.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I haven't got any issues with this.
No.
Does anybody else?
No.
Yeah. So again, Phil, to support this, could I get a proposer, please? Councillor Lester, could I get a seconder? Councillor Tully, could we go to the vote, please? Support? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you very much. The next item is 38-25-0007-LB. Change of use, so it's the same again, but it's the application.
What's the difference? Why is it there twice?
It just that happens.
Okay.
If it's listed building, there's two separate applications. One. for
Oh,
the
I see. Sorry, it's of course it's listed. Yeah, sorry. With you.
Yeah, so kind of echo the same
Hmm.
same response.
Yeah.
They're happy with. They're actually happy with it going back to a residential, and there's no effect on the listed property. So it is. Okay, so can I get a proposer to support? Councillor Lester, can I get a seconder? Councillor Isaacs, could we get a vote? Yeah, that's carried. Thank you. Please stop laughing, isn't it? Okay, the next item is
There is stuff con.
38-24-0184, which is a conversion of loft into ancillary accommodation with change of roof from hip to gable at Barracker 5 Richmond Road, Taunton. Existing elevations, and then we'll go proposed elevation. Boom. Yep, so it's let's go back on my. It's number 7.6, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So so it's a old bungalow. Obviously just a ground floor with a very big loft, and a lot of people are doing this now. So they end up putting an extra bedroom in, high velexes. And sometimes they actually raise the wall plate as well. So downstairs get a if they have got high ceilings, either drop it or raise it to determine if they've got the room. But it looks to me that they're staying to the same wall plates. So yeah, with the dormer on the back should help. I think my comments were always like designs like this, higher or lower wall plate creates headspace in the loft to create a new room. Great asset to what would have been a small house, which is now a better size. All in keeping as well, and no issues with the windows as well. You got any comments on this application? Councillor Lester?
Just only
the only comment I have, because it looks remarkably like my house. When I was looking at doing the same thing, it was commented to me by the architect that it may not get permission because other houses in the street are all hipped as well. So we're converting from a hipped roof to a gable roof may be sort of not in keeping. Is that the case here? Or
So would we be able to have a look at the Google Maps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be quite helpful.
don't get me wrong, I still think I would approve it. It's just I'm interested
In keeping.
in keeping with to see if any other houses on the street have done the same thing.
I'm just trying to actually find out where Richmond Road is. Whereabouts it is?
It's off Stapleton Road, isn't it?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
No, it's
Yes,
it's back way.
that's exactly where it is.
Yeah, just trying to get my head around where it's back into Longwood.
Yes, exactly.
Factory there.
Station number 51.
So, but I can't think of I've ever seen a bungalow on Richmond Road. I thought it was all Victorian terraces, but
The application.
The end.
The
Oh, yeah.
application form, I'll give you a full breakdown, or even on the proposed plans sometimes.
And looking in the right.
You're there, mate.
There we go. Some bit. Bungalows.
It's a bit far, I think. Because there it is at
Further
five
down
down.
that way.
ah,
Isn't
the
it?
garage.
It's just the garage.
No.
Go back down. Is it job number 5?
Oh, I know where that is now.
Yeah.
Where?
No, well, I know where it is. I just can't think
No,
of a bungalow on
I
that
can't
street.
believe
Is it right? Is it down? Is it right down by the road, the Stepworth Road end? No.
Yes, on the left now.
Oh, no, yeah, back one.
It must be in
There
keeping.
it is. Ah, no, okay. It's completely standalone, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, these houses from working out Richmond Road before,
Mm.
these houses are all very, very tall.
Mm.
So I think would be
Yeah,
exactly not going to run out keeping at all.
No, I agree.
So yeah, I don't see any issues with this at all. Yeah, there is setback as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So getting Phil to support that.
Yeah.
Could I get a proposal, please? Councillor Tully, could I get a seconder? Councillor Isaac. Can we go to the vote, please?
No, I'm fair enough.
Carried, please. Thank you. The next item is 7.7, which is 38-25-0009, which is an erection of a garden room to the rear of the garage of 117 South Road, Taunton. Don't know why I didn't just say 117. Proposed garden room. Yeah, looking at, it's quite a cool plan actually, but it kind of fills a space, which is quite cool. But what's nice is where the neighbours are, which if you were to turn that whole screen around like 90 degrees clockwise, the neighbours on the right, there's no window grills there, so it's like kind of kept in a area, quite a reasonable size. I don't think it's oversized for the property. If you have a look, yeah, I think flat definitely. Any comments?
No.
No. Yeah, I just said it was a great addition. No one ever see. Yeah, I've got any issues with this at all. Could I get a proposer then to support this application? Councillor Isaacs, could I get a seconder? Councillor Lester, can we go to the vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's carried. Thank you very
I
much.
just realised Ed's not coming back, is he?
No.
No, sorry, I need to go to the loo, but I was waiting for Ed to come back before I went because it's sorry. I was like, he's not coming back.
You won't be able to vote.
Still free, yeah.
Yeah, you can carry on the meeting.
Yeah, let's get around. Okay, so the next item is 38-25-0010, 38-25-0010, which is erection of a two-story extension to the side and a single-story extension to the rear of 27 Parkfield Road. So if we go on the existing floor plan, then we'll do the proposed floor plan. Yeah, and then
See if I can get them side by side.
what we've actually done on the ground floor is infilled between say top left property, top left room, and just infilled straight across and just extended that top right property out a little bit to give what is it, the proposed go to the right a little bit, sorry. So yeah, it then opens it all up, so you've got a dining room, kitchen, kind of area, and then you've got like a study on the left hand side. It kind of, I really like how it kind of flows, and also I think just quality of life as well. It's just, I think in today's world, I think a lot of these houses are starting to have more open plan living. Also, if we, sorry to be a pain, could we go upstairs as well? And we'll do the elevations. Posting the elevation. This one. So going up on slightly on the left hand side. Yeah, to be honest, when you actually look at the proposed and the existing, there's not massive difference. The property is quite large anyway, and I think actually what they're achieving on the ground floor plan doesn't seem to be much difference. But also, you know, everything's going to be matching, so it should be very in keeping, quite blending well with the existing. I think my notes on this were, yeah, wraparound extension, open plan living, just makes sense. More and more people doing this with properties like this as well. Have I got any comments on this application? No. Could I get a, actually, is there any chance we'll be able to look at Google Maps as well on this? Is that okay?
Oh, because
Because I'm not plugged in, it's right next to the school, very, very close to Musgrave. I was just checking if the if there was any impact, because at the moment there's a 2-car driveway.
Yeah.
And the plans doesn't show if that's going to encroach or not. I don't think it does. Yeah.
It's quite a large driveway actually. I'd say if that grass area was there and they were still doing the extension, I'd say that was. But actually, with the it's actually quite a big driveway actually.
Yeah, they are then. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
that's opposite my house.
Yeah.
Nearly.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this application. Could I have a proposed to support this application then? Councillor Tully, could I get a seconder, please?
Am I allowed to vote on this one? Because I went.
No, Councillor Tully, goes to the vote, please.
Didn't think
That's carried. Thank you very much. The next item is 7.9, which is 38 dash. Oh, we've done this one, haven't we? Is this the one? Yeah.
oh yes, the Wester Cut Road one.
So we'll go back to 710. So which is 38 dash 25 dash 0011. Okay. One thing I would like to note on this application, I absolutely love the isometric design. That helps so much, especially in if we go right to the top. So yeah, the isometric. It really helps just, you know, understanding the application, but also for like us in meeting, like it's just so much easier that, isn't it? Have they got we've got these well. Isometric existing. You do that and it goes, yeah, it really helps. So there's suppose kind of an infill. Yeah, I actually think it looks great. I think extending that porch out and like you say the single story extension around the back, seeing those people do that and actually that extra head room. What's the ground floor layout like as well?
First floor plan.
Those 4 plans. So wraparound extension, which is now a sitting area and kitchen. Yeah, so it's more open plan living again. Yeah, kitchen, diner, sitting area, which is brilliant. If we go back to the existing, you'll kind of see how the house. So you can see how much tiny difference it is. There is some comments as well. It'd be quite good to have a reading that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. Everybody read that? Is that okay?
Presentations around the shared drain, lots of light, lots of privacy.
So if we go back onto Google Maps now, if that's okay,
Yeah.
just to see where this is actually positioned. So it's 29, 27 Islands Road.
I'll just see. It's literally just on the hedge, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah.
27 Highlands Road. That's that one there, yeah. Some big trees there.
We got any comments? Councillor Tully?
Yeah. The hedge from the next door neighbour has nothing to do with it. If it's their hedge, they have the right to remove it. In this day and age, this is what's going to happen. More and more people are going to extend rather than try purchase new properties. So I don't see how we could refuse it.
I have to agree with you. I think all of the things they're actually doing are quite, I'd say quite complimenting adds to the property, and also the actual single story extension having velexes, you know, in the ceiling. It's not like people are going to be like popping their head out the window and looking out, and also the wall that's dividing next door and the new extension. There's no windows going into there as well. So and at the end of the day, raised. At the end of the day, you're kind of guided on your damp-proof level, and you know, wherever your windows sit, they normally sit on damp course level. So your decking normally is just sat underneath that damp course level or if level. So yeah, if you want to achieve a decking that's flush with your, you know, your French doors or stuff like that, that is a nature of the levels of these properties and where they actually are. Councillor Lester.
Was the comments from number 25 or number 29? 29.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah,
I can't see how. I mean, I can see the decking almost seems that it looks potentially you look into 25, but 29 you've got just a view of halfway down their gardens.
Yeah. I personally don't see any issues with this application. Could I get a proposed to support this application? Councillor Lester, could I get a seconder, please? Councillor Tully, could we go to the vote? That's carried. Thank you very much. The next item is 7.11, which is 38-25-0014, which is an erection of an extension to porch with glazing alterations to the front of 4 Highlands Taunton. Yeah, good. Is there any chance, first of all, we'll be able to get on Google Maps up on this? Yeah. Try and get a feeling like this afternoon.
Web Islands.
4 Highlands.
Still Shepherd Road.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Ah,
So it's on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be stuff.
Yeah. I couldn't say that those windows, forgot what the finish is like, but I bet they're very, very like single glazed, crippled.
Krill windows on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why people would change them because they're not efficient. And also the design of crippled is very Art Deco, but at the same time they're not say the most
Condensation will be shocking.
legible. I think you're gonna get a similar finish if you went. I can't remember what they're changing to, but if they were changing to say PVC, I don't think you're gonna, or even wood. I don't think they're gonna actually lose much because Krill has quite a small profile.
But yeah, that's the joy of Krill is thin profile, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why it looks so great. I can understand why you would want to do something about them because, yeah, efficiency wise,
I understand with the porch as well. Could I have a look at the proposed elevation for the porch? Yeah, it's probably quite key on a property like this is getting that right. New porch, there you go, new porch from there. New porch with brickwork to match existing. So yeah, I don't personally see any issues with the extension to the porch. And with the windows, 4 height glazed window units. And what is it currently? If we go back to Google Maps, that'd be the one that is
yeah.
It's right there.
It's not.
So there's not going to be much difference at all, really. Still critical, but yeah, I think they're just going to be slightly smaller profiles, so actually it's going to be miles better. Yeah, I don't see any issues with this application. Does anybody else? Have we got any comments? No. Okay, so to support this application, could I get a proposal, please? Councillor Tully, could I get a seconder? Councillor Isaac, could we go to the vote? Yeah, let's carry. Thank you. The next item is 7.12, which is 38-25-0016, which is formation of a drop curb and parking to the front of 11 Wordsworth Drive, Taunton.
Somewhere by the football, wouldn't it?
Yeah, can we Google Maps this one? Because I think it'll be easier. Street View.
So.
Street View will tell us more than anything, I think.
Yeah.
The only thing that I did raise on this, well, I haven't got any issue with the application, but I understand why people may not like it due to being slightly close to the T junction on the site location. But a great use of road parking, one less car on the.
Be there.
So I think there's a junction just behind. So if you turn around, what 180? So it is actually a lot further. So yeah, if that was kind of up where it says 1 Wordsworth or whatever, I'd kind of go it was a little bit close. But which house is it? It's the one with the grass on.
No,
That's
it's this one with the chipping and the fence.
Yes.
Cars obviously parked across.
That would obviously change with the road
It would create a split in the pull-in, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Mm.
you get out.
Yeah, for right way.
Yeah, similar to my neighbours at the moment who's got permanent parking, they've dropped their curb.
Yeah.
And the lines actually stop, say like a couple feet past the entrance.
Looks like it's been objected to by. Highways.
Always. What I'm saying is depth of parking
So it's not deep enough to take a car.
impact residents. So now we looked at the Google Maps on that then. So if we go back onto Google Maps again.
It's deceptive. It looks like it's deep enough for it. But
Yeah,
possible.
looking at it,
Thinking drives, is it?
Different angles.
Maybe it's not.
On the plan, they've said to park the car sideways
Hmm.
rather than.
Rather than long
in.
ways.
which means probably the front, maybe front little bit of the car's going to be on the pavement, perhaps. That's what the pavement has to be open all the time. Well, Councillor Tully?
I personally think we should accept this and then go forward, because this is what's needed to get the cars off the narrow roads. It's, the highway problem of people seeing, how are you going to miss them? Unless they put a massive great fence and hedges up, you can see them for 20, 30 yards away if someone's going to reverse out. I don't think why we should. I think it's a good idea.
Any other comments? Councillor Lester?
I'm just thinking that typically we tend to go with the advice of the advisory bodies. So I'm just wondering in this instance, I agree, I don't disagree with Ray, but I'm wondering if we should kind of stick with our typical, if the professionals, if you like, are saying that it's a danger, then perhaps we should go with their view.
Councillor Isaac?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think there's any doubt if it's going to overhang the pavement with the footfall to the football ground or disabled through mobility scooters or whatever to the football ground. I think probably, like Councillor Lester said, is to agree with the more knowledgeable departments in the area really, but it doesn't seem quite right with such a busy place for the football.
Just going to add on, so I've got knowledge from my previous role in housing around this area, and there is quite a bit of social housing around here. And there was a similar situation in Wellington, where someone was allowed to make a drive around the front of their property, which took away from communal parking for social housing residents. And there was quite a lot of issues, which resulted in ASB related issues. It is quite a contentious thing, parking. I don't know if these houses specifically are social housing, but I know around that area there is quite a bit of it, and parking is quite tight demand. So
So, Councillor Tully?
I'm not sure where we stand on this, but can we ask the highway to relook at it? Anything to get cars off the roads has got to be good. There's a heck of a lot of children playing that area.
So, by comments, from everybody's comments, could we leave comments for this application instead? And we could add another reason, please explain. Would that be possible? We could ask highways to kind of revisit this. That'd be viable to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, can they expand on what, because it says prejudicial to highway safety, so
Yeah.
it says prejudicial to highway safety, but are they talking about road traffic? Are they talking about pedestrian traffic? What exactly is it about it that they don't like?
Yeah. Marcus?
Sounds to me from reading that it's the movements across the footway, so obviously it has to even be driving in to get his
Yeah.
car into the. In front of his property.
Yeah, he'd be back and forth on the
pavement,
yeah.
Which is just the movements, which is what I think he's saying.
Okay. No, okay.
Highly safety, but yeah, we can go back and just say.
I agree with what our clerk says, but you could say the same with mine. If you come out of my house, I cross the pavement
Mm.
and I have a wall both sides. So it's exactly the same. I can't see the reason.
Okay, I think from comps for everybody, I think best way of going about this is actually do a comment instead. And for other reasons, please explain, and asking the highways to kind of review it again. With our comments due to, you know, the positivity of people actually having their cars off the road, which is great. But to more depth, is there any, you know, can there be any more improvements on this application? Okay. On that account, could I get a proposal then to comment? Councillor Lester, could I get a second one? Councillor Isaacs, can we go to the vote? Yes. It's carried. Thank you very much. Okay, the next item is okay. The next item is to comment on licence matters received from the local licensing authority, which is 8.1, which is MO-58736. We've received an application for street trading in 2 pitch spaces in Taunton, one from a pitch in the High Street, adjacent to the handmade boutique shop on Mondays and Tuesdays, 10 to 6, an alternative pitch in Castle Bow on Wednesday and Thursdays at 10 to 6, 10 to 4. Sorry. Have we got any comments, Councillor Isaacs?
Is this a application for renewal, or is this a brand new application? Because we've seen them before where they've actually been renewals of licensing rather than a brand new one.
So all that it says, we received an application for street trading from 2 pitch spaces in Taunton. One from a pitch from the High Street adjacent to the handmade boutique shop on Mondays and Tuesdays, 10 to 4, and an alternative pitch in Castle Bow on Wednesdays and Thursdays, 10 to 4. So I'd say that that would be an application to actually have a license to do their street trading. Councillor Isaac?
Just another question, Jeff. Do these pitches come with a cost to any authority? Or is it we just grant it and they go there? But is this a paid for pitch when it's ground?
I believe they have to pay to obtain a license from the licensing authority, so that street trading license would be for some sort council. I'm not aware of the but yeah, I think it's online.
Okay.
But they get the income. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
It's next to the tea shop.
So that's the one standard.
Have we got any more comments on this? High Street location. Councillor Lester.
So I was just, can we, because it's where I think it's going to be, if it's by the handmade boutique, is right next to the seating for the tea room as well, isn't it? Miles. Do we, when we see these, it would be helpful if we could see, because obviously they just draw on where they're going to put their pitch. But you can't see in the context of what else is there, because there are many other pitches now. No, we see these fairly regularly, and getting too busy. I mean, I'm all for people, you know, having new businesses or new things on there, but I'm struggling to see how this looks in the context of the rest of the outdoor seating and what have you in the high street.
So it kind of looks to me that From Mr. Miles, it's just over 4.2 meters away. So quite a distance.
No, you're right.
It's 4.8 meters away from the handmade boutique shop. So,
Yeah.
and also 7.1 meters away from
No,
the venue.
Yeah.
Marcus?
I was going to say, yeah, I believe the applicant is the handmade boutique shop, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, are they?
That's the case.
Oh, no, that makes a lot more sense in that case, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, really, I don't, looking at both of these and the positions they're going, the times they're trading, you know, the 10 till 4 and the 10 till 4 on both occasions, I really don't have any issue with these licenses. Yeah, I feel everybody probably agrees on that as well. Have we got any more comments? So could I get a proposed to support this application? So Lester, could I get a seconder, please? Councillor Isaacs, could we go to the vote, please? It's carried, thank you. Next item is 8.2, which is MA-58957, which is plans in relation to a street trader wishing to apply for a trading pitch in Taunton High Street adjacent to Patches and Fresh Lunch. I think the ground is called Piaggio Limited. We have a look at.
Oh, is
So yeah, it's a lot higher up in the high street. You've got Tesco's, you've got Iceland. It's kind of positioned between the two. Yeah, I can remember this now because I'm right in saying they actually have the chimney going out the split up to us.
These rubbish blend 3 wheels.
I've got any comments in this? I think their position and their signage, and it looks like they've got a guard around their pitch as well. So it's bright. It's quite nice to. Yeah, I haven't got any issues with this application as well. No more comments? No. Okay, so to support this application, could I get a proposer? Councillor Isaacs, could I get a seconder? Councillor Tully, could I get a support? Oh, yeah. Can I go to the vote? Yes, Karen. Oh, Marcus. Support.
Thank you, Jed. Just, I remember taking at the previous meeting about that the street traders in the town centre have been written to saying that Somerset Council was not able to support them with the electric boxes that have been provided at the end, and that we actually got at the end of March. We are having a meeting with the traders here at Dean House on Monday evening. So Jeff, the team, has been working proactively to try and design a solution whereby we could potentially be taking over those electricity supplies, splitting them, working with the traders to try and make sure that the town centre isn't suddenly deluged with generators, which would be very good for the experience. So
No.
we'll also keep you updated on that.
Yeah,
And
no,
hopefully
that's the right thing to do.
That's good.
Councillor Isaacs.
Yeah, if you can have a meeting, I wonder if you could bring up the potential of us having some of the licensing fee that would go along with that to subsidize the electric, because if we're seem to be taking on and getting nothing back, so if you could push it a little bit rather, that might be what you just make it.
And I also think if this is happening, let's say throughout Somerset or maybe just in Taunton, I think, you know, at the end of the day, if they're paying a licensing fee, well, that should be, you should be provided with the items you get the license.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
If you're not getting that, I'm sorry,
What we're
but
paying for.
you either,
Yeah.
what are you paying for?
Yeah.
You know, I just don't get it. So yeah, I definitely think there needs to be a review. Marcus?
Yeah, no, thank you, Jack. I think that point has been made about, I think Craig originally asked over a year ago about devolving street trading permitting to the town council, which other town councils across the country do. So I think we'll keep thanking the drum for that. I know the licensing
Yeah, it does.
attending the meeting on Monday evening as well. So like you said, if the town council is incurring an expense with supporting this, then obviously we would expect some recompense. And I'm pretty sure there will be a charge to the traders for the use of their electricity, and it's just who owns the units and how that's worked out. To be said. Thank you.
Councillor Isaacs?
Yeah, I think we're in danger here of probably losing these street trailers if
Yeah.
not careful by taking the same money and giving them less for it. So if we can take the whole thing over, run it efficiently and effectively with the electric, I think that would be a far better, because it's all a big draw for the town, isn't it? When we've got these different types of food outlets and traders. I strongly think that we could push that one. Thank you.
Councillor Lester. Oh, you can also lend itself to the wider discussion of full council about revenue streams as well. So this would represent something that would be a positive step in terms of us generating our own income.
Definitely. And so when is this meeting? Monday.
Monday night.
What time?
Exact times in my diary, probably, but
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one.
yeah, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5
5
o'clock.
o'clock. Yeah,
Too early.
Yeah, I was,
Yeah, is that okay?
yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I'll kind of echo our words again in that. I think that'd be yeah. Okay, so the next item is councillor Tully.
As well. I'm not sure my diary exactly, but if I could, I really would like to come show support for our chairman on that one.
Do that now.
You'd like in support this evening?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, next is 8.3, which is MA forecast study.
I'm going to have to declare an interest. Unfortunately, I hate to say, but so the other councillors.
Yeah, no, I know.
We've already done that.
We've already done it.
Yeah, I think
Well, we couldn't get here quick enough.
You're late to the party.
No, we were late. Our job getting longer time wise. Sorry about that. And what was the
I did see the email exchange, but
Yeah, we've really done that. So would you like to Ray would like to kind of add on to what we've
So all four of the certain group that we belong to have many meetings there monthly. And I feel that it's a bit dodgy for us on this one. Me personally, because I'm the chair of that meeting.
Councillor Ozzy.
I'd just like to reiterate what we said at the opening, that many other groups around the town do use that, and a wide variety of arts and functions. So I think it's not just looking at our group using it, there's a lot of others do as well. So I think if they can enjoy a leisurely drink, that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marcus.
So yeah, thank you, Jan. It's not like you discussed the application with the license holder at all, or
We haven't.
no, exactly. So just make that clear for anyone listening.
Okay, and it's an extension. They already have a license. It's this the extension of the license, so it's not a new. It's not new, as it were. Sorry, yeah, and as again going back to setting precedents for ourselves, we tend to renew things because obviously they're working already.
So this application is to vary premises license 2K Theatre, former railway workshop, Taunton TA1 1QP. The proposed variation would be to extend licensing existing licensing hours for an activity for all music, supply of alcohol, both on and off license, to hours of 12 noon to 12 midnight, Monday to Sunday. The current hours for activities under the license are 7 till 11, Monday to Friday, and 12 to 11 Saturday and Sunday. Marcus?
Yeah, sorry, we did receive an update earlier yesterday, from the licensing authority saying that there was an error on the application, and they are looking to extend the hours of all activities to hours of 10 AM rather than 12 midday to 12 midnight, Monday to Sunday. They've also added dance as a licensable activity. Okay, thank you.
We got any comments on this, Councillor Tully?
Ask a question. On licence and off licence, are they going to allow drink to be sold off licence so they can leave it? Leave it by please?
Marcus?
Seems a bit strange.
Yes, it seems to say hours of all activities from 10 AM to 12 midnight, so that would be both on and off supplies.
That's the time.
Yeah, sorry. I had a licence for off licensing, and my licence wouldn't go no later than 10:30. You can't. The thing is, what they're saying is that you can be leaving there at 11 or 12 or 10:30, or 11, and buying drink to take away. Now, I thought that the off licence hours were set out already. I think that's unless they've changed a lot in the last few years. I've got nothing against them. I don't guess it's all right. I'm just concerned that it's not actually what the off licenses normally do. Even if I owned a paper and grocery shop, I had to stop selling drink at a certain time.
So what we could do, we could go back to comments, just to ask for clarification on the on and off license part. Yeah, we can support it, but
Yes,
how does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So to support and got comments to get clarification on the on and off license, that'd be great. Could I get a proposal, please? Councillor Isaacs, could I get a second there? Councillor Tully, could we hear some vote? It's carried. Thank you very much. The next item is number 9, which is submission of comments, feedback on behalf of the town council to notifications of planning applications in the area. As per the 10.1.8 of the council's term reference and scheme of delegation, the Parkins delegated authority to submit comments and feedbacks on behalf of the town council to notifications and planning applications in the area when required, and in the occasion where there is an inability of planning committee to meet within the required deadlines, which is 21 days from the notification. Yep. So, do you want to look at any of them? Is there any raised on those 3 that you'd like to have a look at? So, subdivision dwelling
Descriptions on the descriptions have been cut off. Because it's
this type of it off.
yeah, because I think they've been putting landscape for some reason.
Yeah.
Why we just have a read of them?
Yes, we've got a subdivision of dwelling with erection of infill extension into 1 flat and 1 masonette at 55 Silver Street, Taunton, or formation of separate vernacular access and erection of boundary